It's time for this week's Morgantown Minute. 2 years after the September 11th tragedy, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, more than 80 organizations, and all 56 states and territories encouraged Americans to take simple steps to prepare themselves and their families for any possible emergencies. They called September Emergency Preparedness Month, and this year marks the 7th anniversary of its inception.
And this year's theme is Time to Remember, a Time to Prepare. Basically, we want people to remember about the disasters in the past as part of it, as a time to remember, but as a time to prepare for the disasters to come.
Ted Krafczyk is the Mon County coordinator for the Certified Emergency Response Team, or CERT. He says FEMA offers steps to preparedness at ready.gov. The first step is to make a kit. Krafczyk says you shouldn't forget water, non-perishable food, a first aid kit, matches, and a flashlight with batteries stored separately.
We advise that you put a kit in your home, in your car, have one at the office, wherever you're going to be, because you never know when disaster is going to strike. The other part is part 2, which is make a plan. And the plan is directed at you and your family. Because right now, you and I are sitting here, but suppose it was a disaster. Suppose you couldn't call on your cell phone, couldn't call on a regular phone. How would you know to meet up with your family or your friends?
Also, make sure your family has a long-distance contact, like relatives in another state, to check in within 48 hours in the event of a disaster. The third step is to be informed.
But look around your house, look around your neighborhood. Are there any specific things that could be a disaster problem? Be informed about how to handle them.
This also applies to college students who come to school in Morgantown.
You need to really take a close look at, if I wake up this morning and I'm snowed in, what am I going to do? If I only have a little bit in the refrigerator and can't go to the cafeteria or the fast food, am I prepared to be here? This affects students as much as it does the people who live here. It's obviously for several months out of the year they're living here. So they need to really give some consideration as to what would they do if they're actually stranded here.
You can find resources on preparing your family and your dorm roommates at ready.gov or with the Mon County Health Department. Thanks for watching this week's Morgantown Minute.